Hey everyone, it's Crystal Neath here with your weekly reading from the 8th of September until the 15th of September. This reading is obviously for all the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You can use this for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Just go to whatever you feel called to. Now, of course, if you don't know your other placements, then just go off your sun sign, okay? So in this reading, I'm going to be picking up on the overall vibe of the week for you. I'm going to look into a couple things as far as like how other people are viewing you. I'm also going to look into whatever your plus will be for the week versus what the negative outcome or vibe that you might be feeling for the week. So that's kind of how we're going to get started. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And we are going to start with Gemini, of course. So yes, Gemini energy is what we're going to start with for the week of September 8th to the 15th. So if you know any Gemini people, if you have any air sign friends, period, make sure that you share this video with them. I'm sure to help in some way. And if you are in the live stream, I'm so happy you were able to be here with me. So let's get started with Gemini. Overall vibe from September 8th until the 15th. What is the overall vibe for Gemini? What is the overall vibe for Gemini? Okay, now let's see how other people are viewing you this week. And we're going to look into what your positive will be as far as your gains for the week of September 8th through the 15th. And we're going to look at the negative, what you want to avoid and be aware of. And let's go ahead and pull a love card. Overall romantic advice for all the Gemini people out there. Okay, so let's see what we have. Ooh. Overall vibe. How others view you. Your positive and your negative. Okay, so first off, Gemini people, we have a lot of earth energy within your reading this week. So it lets me know that your focus is going to be more on finances, structure, building the things that you want long-term speaking, okay? And I say that because it's your overall vibe. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which a lot of you all could be dealing with, of course, earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn people. This is the week to where you might feel impulsive when it comes to getting hard work done, getting, making the appointments, doing things to be grounded. Now, keep in mind, the Knights can easily get a energy of burnout. Okay, it's great to be productive. It's great to be in a position to put forth things and organize your life so that you can have that stability long term speaking. But you have to be able to keep up the stamina, Gemini. And so I'm loving that you're feeling the vibe of Virgo energy and you're getting the work done and you're making your appointments and you're doing all of these things. But just make sure you're not making any quick financial investments, okay? Because sometimes with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like going to the extreme, I'm not saying, now, yes, this is great. If you are going to purchase a car or something like that, or you have to make a big ticket item, it just should be something that you've already been feeling the vibe to do or be kind of being pushed towards it. It shouldn't be something that all of a sudden this week you just rush into. Okay, now also, this is a card for when it's not the extreme of rushing in financially, it's the extreme of procrastinating. Okay, so for all my Gemini people out there, do not drag your ass. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles is like, oh, it'll happen one day. It's like, oh, whether it's with love, whatever, and, I would embrace this earth energy. Like if you're noticing you're attracting a lot of Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn people, I don't have anything against it. I think that this will actually help you and keep you to make sure that the progression that you make is staying consistent. Okay, so this is great. The vibe of September 8th through the 15th, this can also be a job offer for a lot of you all. This is a great financial week for everyone when it comes to being offered something financially. Okay, still at the beginning stages of it, but it's all positive. Now, how others are viewing you is the Seven of Coins in reverse. And the Seven of Coins in reverse is a card that deals with not people are looking at you. I hate to say this, kind of in a way like either you're like I said, procrastinating, or you're not really willing to put forth the work. And I think for some of you all, this is a moment of proving yourself, proving the fact that I can be patient, I can be diligent, I can stick with what I said I'm going to do, I can be practical. I might have a hard time focusing and meditating, but you know, I don't, it doesn't mean that I need other people. To me, I feel like with this energy, some of you are dealing with people who are looking down on you, whether it's within a relationship, they feel like you're not willing to put forth the work to make the relationship work. And, or others of you, when it comes to work, you know, people are looking at you as lazy, or, you know, like I said, procrastinating. So watch where you're putting your energy. And for those of you who are slacking, then okay, you know, you need to step your game up, because other people are viewing you as this person who wants these things, who has this vibe of wanting to attract these things. But are you willing to put forth the work? Because you don't want to be the person who says they're going to, oh yeah, I'll take care of that, but they don't take care of that. Or the person who is half-assing a job. Don't do that, because this week people will definitely be able to pick up on that. Be willing to put forth their work, and understand that it takes time, because sometimes with this card too, your partners, people you work with, could be looking at you as a bit impatient. Okay. Now, we're going to look into what the positive is for the week, and we have the Emperor. So this is the energy of the father, okay? So this is saying that, yes, you all who have your father in your life, connect with them. Any of you who are dealing with like paternity issues, child support, anything like that, the Emperor upright is a plus. So it looks like the masculine should be on your side. Anything dealing with structure, school, pushing forward with extreme effort, personality. A lot of times we get in the spiritual community confused when it comes to finding yourself and finding your personality, and this energy of the ego gets so bashed. And the ego is not all bad. You just have to find that balance, because if you don't find that healthy balance, you can get too obsessed with yourself, you can get too much within your personality, and then it becomes a very narrow-minded way of thinking. So the Emperor upright as your plus is saying that if you have anything that you have to go to a corporation about, schools, organizations, people in power, they will be on your side today. This week, I mean, especially the masculine energy. Those of you who have even an Aries in your life, this is a very positive energy of them standing up and actually being there for you this week. So this is a positive. You definitely have the energy with the Emperor. So when you have energy, you want to use it, okay? Now the negative, Ace of Pentacles upright. Like I said, a lot of your reading is dealing with money, finances, stability, consistency. So you might not, even though I feel like a lot of you all will get that job offer, you will get something gifted to you, it might not come in the form that you think it is, okay? Sometimes we think, oh, a job is being offered. Well, the same day you get hired is not the same day you get paid. Once again, that patience we were talking about, not making those extreme, oh, I'm gonna hop in the relationship, you know, this is the one for, it's like, no, you might not get the full outcome you want, but at least you can get started on this energy, okay? Because the Ace of Pentacles in the negative position is also saying, don't be in a position of giving out your heart, giving out your soul, giving out money, giving out things. Sometimes you have to preserve that for yourself, and this is a week of preserving it for yourself. And so finally, we get into the love energy. And you have love yourself. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Nothing is more attractive than a woman or man who knows what they will and won't stand for. So Gemini, this week you want to really put yourself in a position to, yes, sometimes it's uncomfortable. Sometimes it's hard to stand up for yourself and speak up for yourself and, you know, be in a position to put yourself first. And I'm not like, don't get me wrong. I think as mothers, I think as girlfriends, I think as wives, I think as husbands, we do get to this place to where we kind of put other people first. in an attempt to show how like down we are, how much we really care. But in reality, in the long run, that doesn't get you as far as you would to me as you would like, because ultimately you have to have that self-value first. You have to be the example. So it's just like, if you want to be loved, you have to love yourself first. All of this energy is being highlighted this week. So today is this week, I'm sorry, is a week to where you really want to stand up for yourself. Your respect is most important. I understand that we want our relationships, we like companionship, but it is more about yourself and focusing in on you. Okay, so I hope that helped in some way. We are going to move on to the air sign of Libra. Okay, Libra. Let's see what we have for the lovely sign of Libra. Whew, Libra. What is the overall vibe for the zodiac sign of Libra from September 8th until the 15th? And I will have timestamps below. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. Overall energy. What is the vibe for the week of the 8th until the 15th with Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Overall vibe for Libra. How are others viewing Libra this week? What is on the positive plus side for Libras this week from September 8th until the 15th? And what is the negative? What do they want to avoid? Okay, so, and let's pull you also, Libra, a love card. Let's see. Libra. Ooh. Okay, 5. Ooh. Okay, so first off, we have is the overall vibe, the 4 of Wands upright. Talk about victories, talk about celebrations, talk about holiday. This is a holiday energy. I love the 4 of Wands because the 4 of Wands is a card of things coming together. Yes, it is just a moment of a high school graduation or a ceremony of getting married, or just you really figuring out, what does my happy moment look like? Like, what does my celebration look like? This is a week of celebrating. And so you're going to find yourself being grateful, being in a very, festive holiday mood. That is your best bet, because the overall vibe is one of gain, one of victory with the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is an energy that we see when families are coming together, when you finally close on the house, when you find the perfect apartment, relationship that you want. This is always a yes when it comes to, should I pursue this relationship? Is this person really being genuine with me? This is such a positive energy to have, Libra. So you really want to capitalize off of, what does your happy home look like? What does that moment of celebration look like for you? Who is there? Who isn't there? Who is there during the good times and the bad times? Because nobody wants to celebrate with someone who is not consistently there through good and bad. Okay, so I think a lot of you will be asking questions like that, along with, I would say, pushing forward with anything that you want to this week. I love the 4 of Wands as your overall vibe. You should have a very, very positive week. And if you're noticing that you're not, once again, go back to, what do I need to change? What is not adding to my happiness? Things like that. Because the 4 of Wands is throwing positive vibes at you this week. Now, when it comes to how others view you, you have the King of Cups. So don't be surprised if you are, attracting a lot of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. We also have the Knight of Pentacles again. So it looks like the air signs are really attracting these even Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn people. But the King of Cups is saying people really see you as an emotionally stable, strong person this week. This can also be for a lot of you all who are dating someone, they look at you as this person who they is like an emotional savior for them, who they can always depend on. You know, sometimes we do need that person to just be an ear, not to judge us, not to just listen. And this is a passive energy of the King of Cups. So this is letting people, the people are seeing you as very intuitive, very reading between the lines. This is very watery, psychic energy. Pay attention to your dreams. I think that people will be viewing you very dreamy, very attractive. I love this energy. I think that the King of Cups, he's actually one of my favorite kings, because people will view you as this person who is you know, just very empathetic towards what they're going through. And I think every now and then in life we all need a little empathy, you know, from time to time. So this is great. I really love this energy. So what you want to more so pick up on is your water energy, your emotional well-being, and the celebrations. Water signs do not overanalyze things. They feel it. It comes from a place of truth, and they move forward. They don't over, oh, well, what about this? And I should probably think about that. And oh, if I wear this, what will they think? Don't do that. Just go with the flow. Okay. And people will naturally pick up on how in tune you are. So I love that others are viewing you as the King of Cups. So in the plus, what is the positive? You have the Knight of Pentacles. Once again, it looks like a lot of us will be getting financial opportunities presented to us. A lot of us will be feeling very passionate and driven to take financial offers that come on the table. Some of you all might be signing up for school or some type of long-term commitment. Now, this is the week in the opposite. For Gemini was the total opposite. This is moving forward with the financial plan. This is making that decision. This is taking the offer on the table. All of that should be a very positive outcome. Of course, you all, these are general readings. You have to use your discernment and look at your life. But overall, this is really positive energy when it comes to what is a plus for you. So once again, hook yourself up to those Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn people this week. They will ground you. They will look at you as a very dreamy, emotionally attractive, sexy person. This is great. I love that you have the overall energy of the Knight of Pentacles going for you this week. Now, in the negative or the avoid position, how many times have we felt this energy, Libra people? Overthinking, overanalyzing, not being able to clearly communicate. This is a week to where you can actually clearly communicate with spirit, but where you'll go wrong or just intuitively pick up on things. But you'll go wrong if you try to you know, be so, oh, well, this has to make sense and analyze everything. It's not the week to analyze everything. It's not the week to, you know, yes, some of you also might have a hard time. Like normally you're really good at speaking and public speaking and putting yourself out there and wording things the way exactly like you want them to sound and come across. But this would be like for somebody who's on a stage. I would say don't write a speech. Speak from the heart. You'll do much better. You'll get further. You'll make more money. You'll attract more people to you by speaking from your heart, not from what you think people want to hear or what you think a person, oh, I think that they might do this, so why don't I do that? You overthink situations this week, that's where you'll screw up. That's where you'll get the opposite of what you want because you're overanalyzing it. And this can also be for my people who are going through addictions and, you know, heavy escapisms. This is like, no, not this week. Don't do it. Don't overly smoke. Don't overly drink. It'll just throw off your logic, and that's when you'll just be like not able to capitalize off this beautiful energy that you have for the week of September 8th until the 15th. Now, as far as your love energy, you have true love. This is a romance. What is this? This is the romance of a lifetime. So I think for my Libra people, this will be an amazing week to make a love vision board. Those of you who are single, to imagine yourself on your wedding day, on that day to where you're starting that business. It doesn't have to always be about love, but this will be a great week to plan a wedding. This will be a great week to see yourself married and happy. All of those things, because you're attracting true love, you're attracting romance. So these people who are coming into your life, you can trust that it's for a reason, and it seems to be way more positive the negative, okay? So keep that in mind. I hope that you attract this true love, Libra. Who doesn't deserve it more than you, ruling Venus and beauty and all of these great things? So I look forward to this energy, and I hope that you're able to pick up on this and make this week the best week that you can, okay? So now we are going to move on to, let's see, we have Libra and Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Let me take a sip. Okay. So, for the air sign of Aquarius, what is the overall vibe? What is the overall vibe from September 8th into the 15th for Aquarius? What is the focal point of my Aquarius people this week? What is the focus point? What is the overall vibe for Aquarius people? Okay, you had 2 cards that wanted to come out. How are other people viewing Aquarius this week? What is their positive or plus this week? Ooh, and what is the negative? What do they want to avoid? Okay, so Aquarius. Ooh. So as your overall vibe, you had 2 cards that came out, okay? You have the Page of Swords, and you also have the Ace of Pentacles. So for me, this is like a lot of news coming in for Aquarius people when it comes to a new business, a new position, any type of paperwork you've been waiting on, anything that's been procrastinating. It's like, here it is. This is the other piece of the puzzle that you needed. The Page of Wands is a beautiful energy when it comes to information coming in and being able to come across in a way to where people can hear you loud and clear. Now, what you have to be careful is, clear is good, but loud, Aquarius, you got to watch it, because the Page of Swords also is an energy that can be over the top. Screaming louder won't put you in a position to where people really are taking in what you're saying more. So it's not to say that you can't be expressive and, you know, get your point across, but don't try to push your ideas so much on other people if they're not even, like, you can't convince a person who's a vegan that, you know, eating this rabbit would be helpful. Like, they just don't want to hear it. They're not going to listen. You know, it's nothing you can do. So don't beat a dead horse. That's what I'm saying. I think this is great for communication. I think this is great for information. I love this energy. I also feel like if you have any business proposals, if you have any proposals, period, even with love, this will be a great week to put it out there to your partner, express how you feel. If you're, like I said, if you're noticing that people aren't taking it the way that you need them to, don't beat a dead horse. Also, be open-minded. The Page of Swords is still the child of the Suit of Swords. So you need to listen this month, this week. You need to be a bit more, yes, sorry about that, you all. Sorry about that. Yes, speak your truth, but also put yourself in a position to where, you know, hold on, I just lost my train of thought, you all. Speak your truth, but also be open. Okay, be open to listen. Okay, yes, make sure everything, all your thoughts in order, but you know, just be open, because sometimes the Page of Swords can be a bit catty. Well, you said this, so I said this, and you said this, and you said that, and it's just like, just relax. Okay, now in the position of how others view you, the Emperor upright. So people are viewing you very strong, very dominant. Just make sure that with this energy that you have, I feel like people really view you as a power player, whether it's at work, whether it's within love. People are starting to see the validity and the value and the strength that you can really bring to a relationship, to a business partnership. You know, even for those of you dealing with children, this is more of a stern energy. Like I said, be open. The Emperor is kind of like, this is how I am. you know this, don't try it. You know, like it's like this energy that just does not want to be, you know, tampered with sometimes. So yes, it's great when it comes to being able to push people forward to do things that they need to do, but it can also, sorry about that, Aquarius. I don't even know. I hope that you all can still get your reading. I have a couple phone calls that came through. So I'm hoping that it's still recording and everything is okay. But you just don't want to scare people off. Like, I think that your strength is beautiful. Your resilience is beautiful, but you don't want to be so cold, so stern in who you are that it emotionally throws things off. Okay. But I think this is great for self-identification, moving forward with anything in business. You definitely come off very, very strong this week. Now, when it comes to your positive, you have the Two of Cups. Okay, what is good? What is going on? What do they have? Connections. So a lot of you all can be networking, meeting new people, maybe open up a tag. Is tagged even still around? Plenty of fish. Like, the Two of Cups to me is, yes, a lot of you are attracting a lot of other air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Aries. More so is what I'm picking up on. But this is a relationship. This is a divine union. You can use this week to network with other people, to connect romantically with who it is that you love. The Two of Cups is an energy of shared resources. So the person who you have in your life definitely cares. But with the Two of Cups, I think this is so positive. I want you to focus on the positive, but understand that things don't, with the Two of Cups, I see with the relationship, it's like you still don't want to go overboard, especially with the energy you're having with the vibe. Things can be great. It can be a great relationship week for you, but you have to think long term. Is this relationship going to give me what I want 2 years from now, 3 years from now? For some of you, it might. 16 years from now. But a lot of times with the Two of Cups, it's a short-lived moment. So capitalize off this. Pay attention to the way you're communicating with your partner. Pay attention to how positive it is that you're able to touch multitudes of people. This is a great card I'm feeling for networking for a lot of you also this week. Now, when it comes to what is negative, don't be an emotional Nancy. Or I don't know, a negative Nancy, emotional, like, don't get in the woe is me. Oh, everything always falls apart. One of the worst things you can say is, as soon as things get good, they go extremely bad. Oh, well, you're just bringing more of that bad energy in, right? Because the Queen of Cups in reverse is stuck in an emotional state. Don't get stuck in that emotional state, because you're not coming from a place of intuition when you get into this. You're coming from a place of insecurity. You're coming from a place of what you have lost instead of what you have gained. You are still the Queen of Cups, but it's in reverse. A lot of you also, this is not the week to be around any depressed Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is not the week to think that you can be helpful in some way, because you're already coming off super strong, Aries, fiery. You might really hurt somebody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch it with your words. Say things in a loving way, but don't get caught in this emotional turmoil BS that is just a belief system, right? Like my dude Infinite Water says, it's just a belief system. So change your emotional belief system. Pay attention to what isn't working for you, what is emotionally draining you. Because whatever is emotionally draining you, it's not bringing proper partnership that you need. Like, this is your plus. So you want to work with people who are working with you, not work with energy that's working against you. Okay, so keep that in mind with the Queen of Cups. Okay, now let's pull you a love card. I did not pull my Aquarius people a love card overall for this week, September 8th into the 15th. Ooh, true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. Romance. So very steamy, very loving. I think that this can be a great week to connect with your partner. If you're noticing that you're not connecting with your partner, it does look like you could be seeing things from maybe the glass half empty versus half full. I'm not putting all the blame on you. We do see this emotionally draining energy, but for the most part, you're attracting true love. So pay attention to what relationships are true and what relationships are just faulty or not strong enough to hold up. But it looks like you're really attracting romantic love. If you're noticing that you're having a hard time this week, open up. Be a bit more, passive. That might really help you this week. Not in a way to where it emotionally drains you, but in a way to where you can just be romantic and just enjoy this love energy that you have here. I love it. I think if you can focus on networking, communication, taking financial opportunities that come to you, it seems like you're coming across very, very strong. For some of you, just be careful. You don't want to hurt your partner's feelings or your coworker's feelings by saying the wrong thing. We know Aquarius is very blunt when it comes to how they speak, and they just speak what they feel. I think that I love it. I think it's blunt. It helps me, but other people can take that to heart. So just watch that, okay? So I hope this helped you all. If you have any friends that are Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, share this with them. And we will be back next week. I'll be making more videos for you all throughout the week, more focused on love. It just depends whatever I'm really feeling. So I will see you all later, and I hope you have an amazing week, okay?